What was the country? I know we're... Pakistan. Oh, Pakistan. She asked about what our policies would be with Pakistan, and it is a very complex part of the world. I've actually visited there in, I think, '07, whenever the earthquake occurred, and we had a substantial amount of U.S. aid in there, and United States Marines that were setting up hospitals, etc., to take care of the folks in the northern part of Pakistan. You have three different groups that you have to deal with there. You have the political class, which frankly doesn't run the country. You have the military, which actually runs the country. And then you have their intelligence community, which actually has a real influence on the military. And today, that relationship is very tenuous. I would suggest to you, I don't particularly trust actually, I don't particularly trust all three of those. They're going to have an election for their political side of things, and so they may bring someone in who's more pro-Western, pro-American into the political side, but we have to really work with their military side. Here is my suggestion, is that we use our foreign aid to leverage Pakistan to show us that they're going to be our ally and that they're working in our interest. Today they're not. The idea that they had bin Laden that close to their military academy, and somehow or another that was a big secret and nobody knew about it, is just hard for me to understand. The Haqqani terrorist network that is protected in the northern part of Pakistan, again, they signal us too often that they're not our friends. So one of the ways that you get their attention is by zeroing out the foreign aid to Pakistan, and then you have the conversations with them, and to put some markers out there that they have to meet. Then one of the other ways that I would leverage our foreign aid is to say it's not going to be just a check that comes to you and you decide how it's going to be spent. As a matter of fact, I think this is good discussion to have with our State Department and with our Congress across the board, is that foreign aid, as often as it can be, should be U.S. companies coming in to help develop those countries' infrastructure, their economies, and U.S. companies, which would put our companies to work in those countries. And at that particular point in time, not only would we strengthen, I think, the relationship with those countries, but we would also help those countries become more economically free, and in turn, if they're more economically free, their people will be freer. And the goal of America is not to go create nation building. The role of America is to help people in other countries become freer. China is a great example, and I'm going to finish with this. This is kind of taking a hard turn here. But China next year is going to have a transfer of power. Their people are begging for freedom. And if President Hu Jintao really wants to serve his people, which he may not, but the world community needs to send a message to him. President Hu Jintao, let your people vote. Let them vote for the next president and the next leader of China. Yes, ma'am.